What's one of the early successes that you're most proud of in your business? What was an early success that kind of fueled you?
The earliest, an early success was the first Success Bootcamp that I did. I had 30 people in it.
Wow.
And yes,
that's great.
It was amazing. It was really, really great. And I got out there and I hustled and I really met so many people and it just happened, I guess. I know it was a lot of work. And when I think about we were at Dave & Buster's in their room.
Okay.
And we had to find a new facility because there were so many people in it.
30, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's a big group.
Yeah, it was really amazing. That was probably my first big success. And the success of it all was to understand that there were that many people who were really that curious and just seeing what could be for them, And then just in terms of business, having 30 people on the first time out was amazing.
Yeah, that was awesome. What do you see as some of the successes and challenges today that were different than when you were first starting?
Interestingly enough, I became so successful with NLP when I started it that I went from 0 to 100 really quickly. And so when I did that, I missed some steps along the way.
Okay.
That's and I really think that it's in the marketing. I was out there hustling, networking 4 times a day, all the things, right? Yeah. And I know that there's been things that I've lost along the way. Well, now I'm going back and I'm finding out the little baby steps that have to be taken.
Okay.
So that I see that as a huge success, that I'm aware of it.
Yeah.
And I've hired the right people. I brought on another coach that is helping me with that.
Excellent.
And that's actually, it's a lot of fun what I'm learning, because you don't know what you don't know until you know it, right?
That's right.
And that's really kind of one of our things about NLP. It's one of our levels of learning. And so the successes that I'm seeing now is really a confidence of showing up, coming to a podcast and really being so aware of who I am so that I can then attract the people to me that allows my business to continue to grow. I really think that it was a lot of spraying and praying in the beginning, and I got really fortunate. And I worked really hard. I don't discount that at all. Now it's a little more succinct. I know my target audience. I know what I can do for them. And I'm willing to share that with them, right? And so that's been good. I think that the challenge is to always stay at cause. For whatever happens in your business, take responsibility for it. Don't blame COVID. Don't blame whatever. Fill in the blank.
Right.
We're full of
always
excuses.
Something.
Yes.
Right.
And when we can stand and say, I made this decision and it shows up in my business this way, and I will not make that decision again. And I think that's a huge report. Business and life. Take responsibility, and be the kind of person who says, man, surprise, I'm not perfect. You learn and grow from there.
Yeah, I've yet to see a perfect business.